Good day. Welcome back to my another one of my videos about motorcycles. Today I am headed out for a ride on my brand new BMW R nineT 2020. Just got it a couple of weeks ago. This is really the first time I've gotten a chance to go out and ride it. For long distances, I've rode it in between my house and work a couple times, but really haven't had a chance to stretch its legs. Today I'm heading up to Globe, Arizona, and then up around a mountain called El Capitan, back around down into Phoenix again. We're out here. It's a beautiful day in Arizona. It's about 75 degrees right now, 11 o'clock in the morning. Beautiful day for a motorcycle ride. Beautiful country out here. Tonto National Forest, kind of the south side of it. We're going to cross these little mountains here, these hills, whatever you want to call them. We'll be in Superior, Arizona, which is sort of a really nice road through, I think it's called Devil's Canyon. It's kind of twisty up through the mountains up there, and then through a tunnel, and then the other side of those mountains, Globe, Miami, Arizona, not Miami, Florida, if you couldn't tell the difference. But this is for sure, it's a beautiful country. So one thing about this bike is it's pretty freaking fast. Much faster than what I'm used to. The 1200cc motor on it. It's hard to keep it at the speed limit, so I gotta be better about not being so fast. That will come with time. Obviously you get used to it, you get more used to keeping the speed where it needs to be, but it's very easy to go fast on this bike, especially here in town. You want to be careful. Cops see you doing 70 through the middle of town, you're gonna get pulled over. Alright, here we go, we're hitting the road. Next stop is Globe, then through El Capitan Pass. Let's hit it. Here's the tunnel. Treacherous place to pull into, especially given I can't see anything over the ridge here, and it's rocky and sandy, but we're gonna make the best of it. I'm gonna pull off right here. Cool view. I'm gonna go right in front of the El Capitan sign. And we're gonna get it just like this. El Capitan. This pass was used by the Kearny's Army of the West in a march to California in 1846. Guided by Kit Carson, it was described in a journal of the trip as Carson's old trail. The pass led around the impassable canyon on the Gila River, where a Coolidge Dam has now been constructed. Interesting. Very pretty up here. There's the bike. Nice. Did a battery change on the camera. Let us go. Always do your checks before you leave. Got your wallet, got your phone, keys in the ignition. I put it in neutral so I can back out. This is a treacherous area to come in and out of. Just make sure you don't back it up over the cliff here. Alright, then we're gonna go that way. Switcher to on. Hit the button. Listen to the purr. Give it a good meh. There we go. Pockets are good. Nothing's coming out. And let's go. And just be careful on this dirt. Yeah, dirt, and we hit the road. I don't know if anybody else who rides goes through this, but like, there's always something in the back of my mind saying, you just forgot something. I can never pinpoint what I forgot, but I always feel like something was forgot. And only a few times has it been true that I actually forgot something, which with my gloves. Took my gloves off at a gas station once, set them on top of the pump, pumped the gas. Forgot my freaking gloves on top of the pump. Went back for them, God, they're a really nice pair of gloves too. Beautiful canyons. Wow, check that out. So I guess it's time to talk about the elephant in the room, which is why I'm not on my Indian Scout. Unless you're new to this and you never knew I rode an Indian Scout. So I rode an Indian Scout, still have it, but a couple weeks ago I was doing my oil change on it, and everything came out fine. Like I was able to drain the oil, no problem, put the oil back in, whatever. So doing my oil change, and the threads came out with the oil plug for the rear screw, right? So I put the thing back in, tried to torque it back down. The thing wouldn't tighten at all. The oil plug would not tighten into the crankcase. So the thing was leaking oil pretty bad. I brought it into the Indian dealership for them to take a look at, put a time cert in. They put the time cert in. The thing was still leaking oil. So it left me with one option, which was to replace the crankcase. That's a $2,500 part for repair. And labor brought that total up $6,500. So $6,500 is a substantial amount for a repair. And I didn't want to put that money towards an older bike. You know, a bike, it's not even old, it's just I didn't want to put $6,500 into anything, because that's like halfway to a new bike. So I decided to buy a new bike, and I did that for a couple reasons. First reason to get a new bike was it's riding season right now, and I'd be left with just my Royal Enfield to ride around on, and that's not really the best bike for cruises like this, just because it's a little underpowered. So I decided to buy a BMW. BMW out the door cost me, minus the service plan that I bought, $13,000. That's everything. That's the price of the bike. That's tax and title, you know, all those dealer fees they tack on. So yeah, the Indian motorcycle is currently down. Probably will be down for the rest of the season. I have no idea what my intentions are with that bike just yet. I will probably fix it, but I'm going to do something different. I'm not going to do what the dealer recommends, or I'm going to try not to do what the dealer recommends, which is changing that crankcase out. But I'm probably going to bring it to somebody who can maybe do a little bit better job than the dealer was willing to do, or do something a little bit more permanent. So those crankcases on those Indians, they are aluminum alloy. From what I read online, pretty common issue for them to strip out. However, it's also a common fix to put a time cert in there to fix the issue, to stop it from leaking. You know, put a new thread in there. Why it didn't work on this last time, nobody knows. I have no idea. The dealer really wasn't willing to work with me on getting that fixed, so they want to do that $6,500 repair, and I'm just not willing to do that. So I'll probably take it to an independent guy, or see if they want to do the work. And if they do end up replacing the crankcase, probably, most likely, going to be done cheaper. Yeah, on those Indians, it's just not an easy repair. You can't just change out the oil pan like on most cars or motorcycles, because it's all one big piece. I was very, very unfortunate, and left me in kind of a difficult spot with that bike. Now, the other thing is I have way too many motorcycles, which I never thought I'd have to say, because I got this, I got my Indian, and I got my Royal Enfield, and then I got a moped. So I literally have four bikes in a garage. The wife's just not having that, so I gotta make a decision in the next couple months what's gonna happen with that. I think my plan is I might fix up the Indian, get it to a point where it's safe to ride again, where that's not going to be an issue. That oil plug is not going to be an issue for whoever buys it. And yeah, sell it to them. Be one less bike. It's a shame. It breaks my heart. I love that bike. But it's what's got to be done, because I just can't do it. I don't want to pay to insure 3 motorcycles. Don't want to pay to register them. So that's unfortunate. I didn't even know what happened. You know, I go to tighten it down, I never over torqued that thing. I think it's just poor quality in that one part. The design is like apparently those crankcases are really thin. There's like 3 good threads that those things thread into. So that's where we're at. But silver lining is I got this new bike. Worst part is I financed it. I was debt free for a little while there, aside from my house. Things are a lot easier now. They got a little bit more complicated. But the reality is, I don't know. I do need to liquidate some motorcycles. Matter of fact, I might end up calling Indian on this issue, because it was never over torqued. I don't know. I'm really hurt about it. Taking the steps to actually go ahead and call the manufacturer, but I think this almost seems like manufacturer flaw. But this is a nice road. This road should get me my mind off of things for a while. run over one of those things can make a good day go bad real quick. Like right here, all over the road. Big old chunks too. There you go. Let's go check out that truck. Ain't cool. Be quick about this because I'm on private property. Okay. Oof. This road is shite. This road is shit. We're bouncing left and right. I got more copper mines coming up here. You can kind of see like those layers. That's a strip mine for copper. It's huge. It's like you can't imagine a man making a hole that big. They're ridiculously big. Check that out. Holy shit. That is incredibly ginormous. That, I think, concludes what we'll call the Superior Globe-Winkleman Triangle. Here we are, town of Superior. I am going to hit up that Circle K that we started at. And I am going to rest my hips for a little while. The short ride back home, about 40 miles.